Hey everyone, I'm back again, and today I'm going to talk about my 22 week update. So, yesterday we officially hit 22 weeks, and so we're 5.5 months. And I just feel like it went by so fast because I feel like my first trimester flew by because I was so sick. I remember being like, I can't wait till I can enjoy being pregnant. Like, we waited so long to tell people. I mean, Nick told YouTube before we told like anyone, but we waited so long to tell people because I couldn't even like be excited, like enjoy, like we're pregnant because I couldn't even like stand up straight. So finally here at 22 weeks, show you guys. I have these overalls on that were my regular overalls, but I'm wearing them now and they're very tight. But they are still kind of comfortable. They're like flared, and I have like very few items of clothing I can still wear. And I'm like one of those girls that like to dress up every time I go out. Like, not dress up, but like I like to I don't want to wear yoga pants every time I go to the store or the grocery store. So I will force myself into regular clothes until I literally cannot wear them anymore, which these are like the zipper has like one of those little looks like that at the tip because it's like very much to the end. But I really like them and they're comfortable. So that's what I'm wearing. And also, I feel like here at 22 weeks, I'm like feeling very much, I feel pretty good for most days. I'm still working my regular hours. I work about I probably work like 30 hours a week, give or take. And my job is super good with like working with me. Like, though, if you guys don't know, I'm a server and a bartender and I manage part time at the same restaurant. So they give me more managing shifts because they're easier. And then when I bartend, I only do that 1 day a week now because just like leaning over the bar, I'm getting a little bit bigger now where I can't like lean all the way over or like putting the glassware all the way down into the cooler. My stomach stops me from being able to do that all the time. So I just do that 1 day a week. And then when I serve, they give me like sections that are closer to the kitchen or let me leave a little bit earlier. So my job has been more than, helpful so that I can continue to work and not have to, go to bed rest or, my job be so like demanding that I have to like stop working because I really want to work until as long as I can. I love my job. I don't want to stop working. So I don't even know what I'm going to do when I can't work. Like when I'm home with the baby, I'm going to be like texting my friends, like, how's it going? You know? So, but yeah, 22 weeks yesterday. And I have like a couple different apps that I use. So I have the Flow app. That's the one that I pay for. I use that the whole time, like trying to get pregnant, the Flow app. And it's good with like logging your symptoms and tracking your pregnancy, well, tracking your ovulation, and now tracking my pregnancy. But I always do like a week update with Nick. And so this is what it looks like for what he looks like, the baby. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like he just looks so big in there. You're just like, I don't know. And so I'll read it to you guys. So it says he's now the size of a carrot. So each one, each like app you use like tells you like a different thing. But this one says a carrot. But the reason that I like 22 weeks is special to me is because we officially have, broken he's officially a pound plus probably. And if you didn't know, I was 9 pounds, almost 10 pounds, and my sister was 10 pounds. So my mom has large babies. So I definitely feel like he is, he's measuring ahead, but he's gonna probably be a big boy. But so we're over a pound now, and I have put on since last time we went to the midwife, which is probably 2 weeks ago. She's like, you don't know, I'm put on almost 10 pounds, which is right on track. but I'm feeling it. Like I'm starting to feel large, I guess, but still feeling good. So they said nothing really is happening, as far as like developmentally. I mean, obviously stuff's happening, but you know how they'll be like, oh, now they can hear, now they have fingers. But they says the baby's sensory system is starting to develop. So they begin to rub their face, legs, torso, and the bones of their inner ear are developing to allow for hearing and balance. So we know that he can already hear, but I guess it's just continuing to form so he can hear better and better. And then he's starting to swallow his amniotic fluid to be able to produce his first bowel movement, which is funny because we were talking about that yesterday, and like change that one. But I have some people on here. So here's Mimi. This is Van's Mimi. She's checking in here. I asked them to come on live so you guys could meet them and they can interact with us a little bit. So hopefully his aunts will check in too. And I want to look at What to Expect, if you guys know that website. And they said, like, just because I said they do different things. So on What to Expect, they're saying that he's as big as a bell pepper. So I guess bell pepper or carrot, I guess they're around the same size. I don't know. In my head, I'm thinking not really, but all that matters is we're breaking that 1 pound mark, and his grip, his vision, his hearing, all of that's getting much stronger now. But I am, like I said, my bump is getting definitely a lot bigger. So like I'm starting to, like I was telling you guys earlier, wearing these overalls, like I got like a week maybe left in them. So things are definitely progressing. And they said that this is like around the time that you might get some swelling. So far, I haven't had any swelling, knock on wood, but I did just purchase some compression socks to wear at work because I am noticing like, my feet are starting to get more fatigued, and I just want to prepare, with the compression socks. So I've been wearing them on my longer shifts. Oh my gosh. I'll just show it's hard to move the chair out of the way, but so like I said, here, I'll show you the zipper side. We're right at the end of that zipper. But this is where we're at 22 weeks, pushing it with these overalls. I actually have them tied because I can't put them on, so they're just like loosely hanging there. But I'm trying really hard to not slouch. Like I want to try to keep my posture straight, but I find myself like almost like leaning back. I don't know if I'm like just trying to compensate for the weight or like hunched over, like that. So I'm trying to keep my posture, straight enough so that I don't have any other issues. And yeah, someone else said that you can use the hair tie. I had a couple girls tell me that about work because I do wear jeans for work. So I've gotten a couple maternity pairs, but I'm a belt person. I like to wear a belt, and maternity pants don't offer you the option to wear a belt. I have one pair that instead of having that belly band, they have the sides that expand, and I love those jeans. Are my favorite. I can't wear them every day, but I wear them like if I'm going to have a long shift. I wear them when I bartend because I just like them so much better because I can wear a belt and I don't have to worry about my butt crack hanging out. And I don't got to worry about, constantly pulling it up. I'm bigger now, so the belly band fits me better. But like a month ago, I was struggling. Like it just falls down all the time. So I probably will, with the low rise jeans, I'll probably end up doing that. But I do rub my belly, not all the time. I find myself rubbing it more in the car, and I think it's because it's just like right there. But as far as like swelling, I haven't had any swelling. Yesterday I swam in the pool for a little bit, and when I got out, my feet swelled up So I don't know if that's like, I don't know if that has to do with being pregnant or if that's just something that happens like when, when you're swimming and then but I stayed in the pool for like 3 hours. So, and it was nice. So something that I've been actually having an issue with, and you can weigh in if you have experienced this, is I have a hard time breathing. And I know that they say like low iron is a reason, like a lot, why women sometimes have a hard time breathing. I do not think that's the case with me because my husband makes sure I have all the supplements I need. And I just don't feel like he's big enough to be like squashing my organ as far as like, squashing my lungs. But I, like, even right now, like, I gotta take a deep breath. And maybe it's because I'm slouching. That's probably a thing too. But I'm just trying hard not to. I'm like, am I gonna pass out? Do people pass out because they can't breathe? I know I'm being dramatic, but I'm like trying to work, and I live in Florida, and it's about to be July, so it's extra hot. So you mix that with not being able to breathe, and I mean, you can imagine the discomfort. And get that breathing situation taken care of. Okay, so back to, let's see what else they say about the 22-week update. So let's see. They said the baby's eyelids are still sealed shut, but they can perceive light and dark now. So if you shine a flashlight on your tummy and you can see if they respond to it, that's kind of a cool idea. And I already listened to my music loud in the car because who doesn't? But I'm like, I wonder if he can hear like a bass or something. Like, I don't know. You just always wonder what they can hear in there. And I have someone on here. She keeps posting about lactation, and we've already discussed it with Kathy, our midwife. Nick's already on top of the game, so she's already helped us, prepared us, and we're doing a lot of research on that because we want to try to breastfeed as long as possible. So, yes, okay, we got another auntie that's checking in. We got another auntie's checking in. This is one of Van's aunts. She lives close by, so we'll be able to see her a little bit more. And I should get a gift for Van today. I actually have an idea I'm going to share with you guys later about gifts, but I'm going to keep reading this to see where else we're doing. I think it's pretty cool that, like, I still have like 18 weeks to go, but your baby is already, developing those reflexes and the things that they need to be successful outside of the womb, like the grabbing, and when they start to sucking, and they say you could get hiccup, he could get hiccups now, and things like that. And I think that's just so interesting because, I mean, that means he's been doing that for months by the time that he's, with us here. And I just think that's really interesting. And, sorry, I try to read the comments and do two things at once. And my stepmom, Mimi, she was going to join the show, but they're in the process of moving, so we're not going to do that. We'll have her join the show later. She's super excited. So those of you that don't know, we have some good news. And my dad and my stepmom are officially Florida residents. So they just signed their lease yesterday. So they will be moving down here to visit us. Well, not live with us, but live near us. They'll be living a little 2 hours from us, which to me is still a long time, but right now they're 18 hours away. So I'll take 2 hours over 18 hours. Now Van has his grandparents here with him close by. And it's just exciting for us because, Nick and I have shared that we don't have family here. We moved down here, just him and I, seeing if we like it. Can we make it work? Can we live on our own? Can we live without family? And, we moved down here, and obviously we ended up being successful, and we love it. And we've talked about moving back home for over a year now, thinking about maybe we would go back home to Delaware because we do want to start a family and we want to be near family. And I've shared with you guys before, like I was raised by, obviously I have a stepmom and, her big family, and I have my aunts, and like I was just raised by my whole family. It wasn't just my mom and my dad. Everyone raised me, and they all get credit for the kind of person I turned out to be. So I just want that also for Van. So now that we have grandparents down here, it makes it easier for us to stay here. My sister Kirsten moved down here. She moved down here in October, and she lives an hour away as well. So, we got people slowly coming down here, and that's super exciting because, when we were conflicted about having family, I just kind of surrendered to the idea of moving. We decided we didn't want to come back to Delaware. And, now it's kind of just falling into place, and we are just so grateful, so blessed to have our family close to us. And it's good timing. My parents have been wanting to move to Florida for years, and I guess it just took getting their first grandson to decide, we'll move down here. So pretty much all of their kids are down here. You guys met my sister Alexis already, and she just moved to Alabama, but she did live in Florida. So all of their kids, besides the 2 kids that still live at home, live in Florida. So you would think that'd be enough, but no, it was the grandson. So that's what made them move down here. And here we go. So we got some built-in babysitters making their way down here. And, it's really exciting for us. It gives us an opportunity to kind of take a deep breath and I never felt like I was alone doing this. My husband is extremely supportive. We're not alone, but there's just something about having family close by to do things with and, shop together. And, I already know, my stepmom and my sisters will be there to take him so I can, get in the shower, or if I want to, go down the street, or scream in the closet. I don't know. I don't know what it's like. So, it's just a good feeling. So that's the exciting news I wanted to share with you guys. And, our family, my stepmom and my dad, they're very much like us. So I'm thinking that you guys might get to see a little bit of them. And I'm just going to say this quick. If you guys like the content and you want to stick around and see where this thing goes, go ahead and and send this to someone that you think would enjoy this as well. Maybe they can relate, or they just might like hanging out with us and, and joining in. And I have shared with you guys, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. And now I have even more family close by to enjoy that Thanksgiving holiday with. And it's just exciting. Having to travel home on the holidays was always hard for us. So now we have family down here where obviously we're not traveling home for the holidays this year with a brand new baby. That's just not an option. And so now we have family close by, and it's not like we're missing anything. And yes, this is exactly what he or she is saying. Having that family support, it's just better, and it makes me feel like, like I said, it takes a village, to raise a baby, and we're slowly getting that village together, planting our roots and having family around. And I believe the exhaustion is there. And, my dad, having as many kids as he has, is a veteran. My stepmom, they're veterans, so they know the deal, and they're very excited to play active role and my pregnancy moving forward, and our birth, and taking care of their grandson afterwards. So it's just really exciting, and that's just our good news for today. And okay, let me finish reading this. I just think also, like, we're more than halfway there, and I already said this in the beginning. And you know, the first trimester goes by so quick because if you're like me and you just didn't feel well, it was like miserable. And then they got that second trimester, like, feel good high, which is true because I started working out, I started feeling better. I'm back to work, buying stuff for the baby, planning a baby shower, visiting family. Like, I'm to myself, and that's where I want to be. And now I'm like, oh, it's like almost like moving too fast. Like, oh my goodness, like, we're more than halfway there. I don't have that much long. And that's if I even go full term, which I know 37 weeks now is full term, which if we're not going off 40 weeks, then it's even longer than that. So, or it's even shorter than that. I'll have even less time. And so, let's see. Whew. It told you I'm having trouble breathing. So, but they said his grip is pretty strong now since there's nothing else to grab. They kind of hold onto like the umbilical cord, and obviously the umbilical cord is strong enough to handle that. But I think I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that flashlight thing one day. But they said he can hear our voice, they can hear my heartbeat, the stomach gurgling. I heard that a lot of times babies, like, we'll put them in a quiet room and it's got light, and then we wonder why they can't sleep, but it's because inside the womb it's dark and it's loud, and it's that's why babies like those sound machines and the swooshing, and keep going on with your regular life. He's already used to hearing all of that. I don't need to try to quiet everything down, make the dogs be quiet. He's used to all that. He hears it already. So that's pretty interesting. I want to bring this comment up here. We hope. So, Nick has a nephew. His older brother had a son. I think he's 6. And but he lives in Delaware, so he's not close. He won't be close to us, but we're hoping that my sister Alexis and her husband they're trying to have a baby now, so hopefully we'll hear some good news in the next couple of weeks or so. So Van will have a cousin to be close with, and be able to kind of do this journey with, even have someone to do it with. And I have I've shared with you guys before, I have a girl at work who is she's pregnant with twins. She's actually a month ahead of me, but her twins are high risk. So she's going to be going into labor a lot earlier than me, but she's having twin boys. So it'll be kind of fun that our boys will be close in age, and she lives close by, so we can kind of link up and do this together. That would be kind of fun once she gets her stuff figured out. So far, Nick has not been able to feel, no one's been able to feel him kicking yet. I feel him kicking, and it's hard. I was laying on my right side. No, I was laying on my left side today, and that's kind of how I sleep, like on my side with my leg up. And it was like, I felt it once, and then it was like, and it was a lot harder. And I was like, okay. I woke up like starving. So that's probably why, like, listen, we're hungry. So, but it's definitely getting stronger, and I'll be excited for when he can feel him and we can see him. Everyone says it's super crazy when you can see like little feet, push through, or little butt cheeks or something like that. So we're exciting. Obviously, you'll know about all that because I will share it with you guys when that starts to happen. If I can get pictures or videos, it would be very exciting. And this comment talking about birth photography. my photographer, well, in July around 15 or 16th, I'm getting my maternity photos done. So I'm really excited about that. And I'll share those with you guys when we get them done. But if you saw my wedding photos or my engagement photos with the dogs, like, you already know my photographer is stunning, absolutely amazing, does a great job. So I'm really excited to do the maternity shoot. And she's already expressed interest in doing my birth, but she's never done a birth before. So I told her we would talk about it later. One, I just want to, it's another expense. So I want to make sure that, we're okay financially to be able to, pay for a birth photographer. But obviously I would love to capture that day somehow. And because she's been with us for our engagement, and she's, been with our wedding, and now she's doing her maternity, she's already basically like family. And so I would feel definitely comfortable with her being there. I just have to figure out the logistics, because birth isn't like, okay, we show up at 2:00, you take the photos, and then we leave. It's just like, when do they show up? How long do you stay for? Like, how do you do something like that? And I'm sure she'd talk to her other photographer friends and we would come up with something. But like I said, it's just another expense that we want to make sure we can do. We don't want, like I said, I'm taking off of work. We want to make sure that we have the money to do that. And but she's already expressed interest in it. And I think that would be really cool. You guys would probably enjoy sharing it. Just having, we are going to videotape it, and obviously I don't know if I'm going to share the videotape, but clips of it and pictures, put something to do that together. But would they let her in? So I'm having a home birth. For those of you that don't know, we are having a home birth. So if I want her in my home, she's allowed in my home. So that's kind of how that goes. My midwife and my doulas are on the same page. They don't mind how many people we have there. She said, I think it was my doula said that they've been to births that people had like barbecues at. And then they've been to very intimate births where it's just the husband and wife. I'm a little bit of both. I already told you guys, I joke around and say, like, white trash, like barbecue. We got a pig roasting in the back. We got beers going around. Like, everyone's just kind of, it's like a barbecue. I always joke around about that. And, but it will be like a little bit more intimate. I have opened it up, like pretty much any of my sisters that want to come, and, my dad and my stepmom, I know will be there. And if Nick's mom wants to come, it's kind of one of those things that you're not close to me. And so when I say, oh, we're going into labor, you kind of have a small window of time if you can make it. So, but generally I know it'll just be the people that are able to be there for me will be able to be there. And that's great. So I'm not going to I'm really not doing a barbecue out. Just a joke, but I mean, I wouldn't say no. I'm saying that now, but think about when you're in pain and you're just like, I want to get a keg. Yeah, we should get a Miller Lite keg. My dad would love that. And that way, as soon as I'm done, I can just finish her off. But, bring Van into the world the proper way, how my people do. But anyway, but I will have more than like just my husband here. So that's going to be an exciting time. And like I said, whoever can make it in my immediate family, my sisters, they're all invited to join in, because, that's just how I do things. So, but I am doing a water birth. I have a pool already that my Nana bought me. And, hold on. There we go. So smash like for the birth barbecues. If it's going good, we'll go live. If everything's going as well and I look good, I don't look psycho or, I don't look crazy, we'll go live. But like I said, as right now we're planning on a home birth. Obviously, we won't know until things get closer. As long as my midwife is very pleased with how everything's going, and as long as I can keep up with that, then we will definitely be doing that. They say water is Mother Nature's pain. Some I don't know the saying, but that's what they say. So that's what we're planning, and super excited. And I'm trying to see. Let's see. Someone said something about where can I send money to help with the birth photography costs. I wanted to go back to that because most of you guys have my husband on. You have my husband on already on YouTube, and we have an account together, so we do everything together. So any money that we get usually from YouTube, we put to the side to help with baby expenses and the cost, because we are paying out of pocket. I do not have insurance, and I do not qualify for any state assistance or anything. I make too much money as a server. And so if any money that you guys send there, that's what we use it for. But like I said, we're just waiting it out to see where our financials are at that time. As long as I can work, we will be good to go. Maybe Nick will post his PayPal in this chat, since he's on here. He can post it so you guys can have that. I know. Watch him. He's too busy flipping those burgers that he misses the birth. He's got the pig. He's got to roast the pig, but it's all jokes. If I knew what to expect, I might be able to plan a barbecue, but I don't want to plan a barbecue because I don't know what to expect. So not that I'm against it. I just don't know how it will go. And I don't want to be like, have all these events planned, we got a dunk tank, we got a DJ, and I'm like someone who doesn't like want to even be touched, don't even look at me, so I don't want to set that up. But it will be an event to remember. And I'm going to share this as you guys know, you guys don't know, that's what I'm about to tell you. We are doing the Bradley method. If you guys know anything about that, I have done some research on, I would like to take a physical course, just because Nick he's very busy right now. And I asked him to read the book, but I don't know how good that's going to go. But you can self-teach the Bradley method, but right now I can't really get his attention to read the book. But I would like to take the Bradley method class because I do want to do the husband coached birthing method, because, Nick can handle my mood swings to the point where I can, he just can handle it the best, and it's obviously his job, but I would really like that to be able to lean on him more and in that area, so that he can help me and also play an active role in the birth. He should play not just as much as a role, but as close as we can get in the birth. And I think that he might enjoy something like that. Nick has never changed a diaper. He's held a baby before because we have our nephew Ollie, but Nick has never done anything like this. So this will be all new for him. First time, just kind of diving in. But if you guys have advice, tidbits on any advice on the Bradley method, or if you used it, love to share your experience in the comments, or just, in general, tips, because, we are doing the research. I've already read the book, but a lot of it is you have to actually practice it. So that's why I need him to read it, and then we'll practice the birthing or the breathing techniques and the different positions together so that we're ready to go. And someone said I have too many clothes that you won't need. Hopefully people buy the clothes in different sizes so that I can I don't have a lot of clothes now. Like I've seen some women have nurseries that are less, they're not as far along in me, and the whole closet's full of clothes. I have like less than like 10 items. I just recently got some stuff in the mail from one of our YouTube followers, and so I'm getting like more stuff, but people don't really send me that much stuff. So right now, hopefully I get, a variety of sizes so that I can have stuff for not just the beginning, but, for the whole time. And, yeah, so 22 weeks, more than halfway there. And they said now that your uterus is like above your belly button. So right now when I feel him kicking, it's like super low still, like really low. I felt him kicking my ribs a couple times at work, but I also wear a belly band at work. So maybe that's kind of like pushing everything up a little bit. I'm not sure. But I still feel his kicks really low. And I never buy anyone newborn sizes. Try to go for the, yeah. So Nick bought something the other day. We bought it newborn, and I asked my grandmother, I said, how much newborn stuff should I buy? And she was like, that's it. Don't buy any more newborn stuff. That's enough for his whole newborn stage. So, I was like, okay, I don't know, but, so I don't think I need any more newborn stuff because I already have a couple items. And she said that'll be enough. Like I said, if he's a big baby, like me and my sister were, 9 pounds and 10 pounds, we might not even make it in the newborn stuff. I don't know. But they said that women's feet can get bigger in pregnancy. And I really don't want my feet to get bigger. I have small feet, like small, but I have wide feet. So it's like, I could probably wear like a size 6.5 or 7, but I have to wear an 8 because my feet are so wide. And I don't want them to get any bigger because then I'll be like a size 9 or 10. And I always make fun of my sister because she's a 9, like 9.5. And like, I just something I make fun of her about, having big feet. And wouldn't that just be, karma that I have now? I'm a size 9 or something. I do buy size 9 in boots because I have wide feet, and most boots run narrow. So hopefully my feet don't get any bigger. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated about that. I'm not really passionate about things. Like, I don't really care about what changes, like, as far as my body, because I have decent self-esteem and self-confidence and I take care of myself. But man, I don't really want to go. I don't really want my feet to get bigger. I think that's where I'll draw the line, So, yeah, that's what my stepmom said. They are not a newborn long. He might not even fit it. So that's what I'm saying. If I have, if I get one of them chonkers, them chonky babies, then we're going to just have to save the newborn stuff for, our next kid. So luckily I don't have anything. I'm the first. I was telling Nick, I'm the first of my siblings to have a baby. So absolutely nothing will go to waste because my sisters haven't even had kids yet. And 2 or 3 of them are in long-term relationships. One of them is married and trying. So everything will just be neatly preserved for our next Patriot baby that's on the way, our next Patriot child, our freedom baby. And we'll just share stuff. I mean, I told you my mom had 5 girls. I had 7 siblings growing up. I get the new stuff and they get the hand-me-downs. But luckily, I have great style. So you're welcome for all the cute clothes. And, they're fine. The hand-me-downs worked out well. So, that's just how things are going to go. So anything that is sent to us will be very well cared for and hopefully worn by a couple different children. So we'll see. Okay, someone said, the arch of your foot will flatten a bit with pregnancy, which can cause size increase. I'm not flat-footed at all. I have plantar fasciitis pretty bad. I actually have gotten inserts for my shoe. I had plantar fasciitis very bad last year, and I had to stop running, which is why I ride my bike now. I'm not a runner. And so I already had like an issue with my arches, and I've got these new inserts that I literally found on Amazon, and they're amazing. And now I just update them I just wear them or I just buy new ones every like 2 to 3 months. But that has not stopped running, like not running anymore. And wearing those art inserts have made my plantar fasciitis completely, knock on wood, go away to the point where I can like actually work and not be in super pain. And anyway, that's it. I'm gonna post this because I think it's super cute. Michael, like he's either gonna be like an artist, something like, or a president. That's fine. That's fine. We'll deal with that. He's got a good president name. And sorry, there's a little kid right outside my window that just stopped, and it's a little girl, and she's in a red Hummer, like one of those little cars. And what happened to those little tight cars with the red hood that you like had to run in? And, growing up in the 90s, I don't know if they just didn't make shoes for kids in the 90s because we just didn't wear any. I don't know. You guys know I'm like part white trash, so maybe that was just a thing. We just didn't wear shoes. But now they got like Hummers, and they don't have to use their feet. Like someone just, you can just do it from your phone probably now. But, those little tight cars were like the best. And then if you were a girl and your parents were like kind of creative, they could like spray paint it or something, like change it up if you want like pink or something. I don't know. So anyway, someone asked how you send stuff. We have my P.O. box is, Nick said he put the P.O. box in the description, and my registry is on there. And then you just can ask, and that's kind of how we do that. And is that the Flintstone cars? That's like basically what it is. Like you're just running around, or you can get pushed. See, look, my sister Jesslyn, she has the pink one. It was probably not really pink. We just spray painted it because, like I said, you got hand-me-downs. Someone gives you one of those little tight cars, and then you just, if there's a sun, then you just, spray paint it blue or something. And it's almost like a family heirloom, like one of those little tight cars. But now they got those. You could get a Hummer. Like what is, I wonder if you can get like a Hyundai Sonata. Like, my kid's not really into the car. Can we just get like an SUV? Can we get something a little bit more modern, something good on gas? I'm just kidding. Look, see, we did paint them with flames on them. See, I'm telling you. Maybe this is just like what it's like growing. I don't know. Is this normal? Did you guys all have this too? Like you remember either your kids had it or you had it, the little tight car. And then if you pass it down to your sibling, if whether it was a boy or girl, you spray painted it like a different color. Or like my stepmom says, we put flames on one. Is this a thing or just our family? I don't know. Okay, American made. I feel like, were those little tight cars American made? I don't know. My grandmother wouldn't buy anything that wasn't made in America growing up. So every time, we went to the store, we're checking the tags. So, I don't think she would have bought me something that wasn't. But anyway, my kids, I wonder if those Hummers are made in China. Probably. I don't have much manufacturing here these days. Anyway, yeah, see, look, those cars take a beating. I bet you my stepmom we should just go ahead and spray paint one for Van. We'll just consider that the first family heirloom. We'll have it spray painted. We'll get his name on it. Things have changed. I bet you I could find someone with a Cricut. We could get one of those, like, get a wrap on it. it's 2021, baby. Like, we're pimping it out. And we'll just keep passing it down until, the wheel falls off. We just screw it back on because that's how things are made in America. They last forever. Anyway, if those Hummers that they have, those Jeeps, those fancy Mercedes cars that these kids are riding around in, those things, you get them in the rain one time and they're broke. These little tight cars, you get in a car accident with it and it's still good. It's better than my car now. I probably live longer. I'm like cracking myself up over this little tight car. Yeah, so, and, well, I was thinking of something that I was going to say, but this like happens to me a lot and I'm just like losing it. But my baby is sitting on my bladder or something. I don't know. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom all the time anyway, but it's like I'll literally just go and then I got to go again. And I was telling my midwife 2 weeks ago that the round ligament pain is there, very much there. And I feel it all the time. And it sucks. I mean, if you have a baby or had a baby, you already know it sucks. And it hurts because I'm just like, my bump like just hurts. Like, I'll like have a whole day of work and then towards the end of the night, it's usually towards the end of the night that it starts to hurt and it's lower. And so she gave me a cream that I could use. And she gave me a cream that I could use. We haven't bought it yet. And I just like, when I do yoga, I just like try to stretch back, side, just because I know it's just my body's just creating more room. I already feel pretty maxed out. Yeah. I know I'm not there yet. I just feel like I'm not going to get any bigger, but I know that's very much my dad. When I was hanging out with my dad yesterday, kept reminding me, your mom was big. Your mom got huge. And I'm like, thank you. Can't wait. So, just waiting on that, but I do have to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to mute. Someone taught me to do that.
So now for the dad update. Man, this is rough, man. Whew. Living in the same house with a pregnant woman, it's it's tough, man. Nobody has any sympathy for me. Everybody, I know she's got to carry the baby around and she has to pee all the time and has hormonal, carrying a big bowling ball around in her stomach. I get it, that's tough, but what about me? What about the dads? Man, it's a thankless job around here. See? How's everybody doing? I'm just entertaining the troops. Oh, Mimi's in the chat, I forgot. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in big trouble for that. Yeah, so being a dad's easy so far, to be honest. My belly feels good. Look at this. I think I've gained more weight than her. That sympathy weight's real. Okay, honey. She's back.
Thank you. Whew.
That's the real story. What's going on over here?
I would just like to say I'm not hormonal. So that's not true. All right.
All right, honey. I'm still listening.
Hit the curb.
Bye, guys.
I have some days where I feel like my emotions are like a little bit all over the place. But most days I feel like pretty normal. But yeah. Nick, I always joke because Nick sorry, the comments are just so funny. And I joke because Nick, ever since he started his YouTube channel, he doesn't like work out or anything. Sometimes I'm like, you need to eat a meal today. I feel like your friends and on Facebook can wait a minute so you can eat and go for a walk. But I'm like, you have put on more weight than me. I told you guys I just put on 9 pounds in the last like 2 weeks. So I just started putting on weight, and he's got his little dad gut. We call it the father figure, dad bod. And so yeah, he's just kind of really taken full form into that dad bod thing, that sympathy weight. He's really leaning into it. So we'll see. I told him he needs to start like lifting some weights so that when he goes to pick up the child, he's not like this. You're gonna go soft sit in that chair in front of your laptop. So I should. That's what my stepmom said yesterday. I need to make him she said tape a watermelon to him or something like that so he can see, because it's not bad now, but I don't, it's not gonna get any better. And I've been leaning on him more. I'm like, I told you guys I'm like out of breath a lot. So I've been having him help me put on my shoes and my socks, because I got those compression socks, and you got to pull them all the way up, and they're very tight. And what are you supposed to take a break in between the sock and the shoe? Like, I put my socks on, wait like 10 minutes, get my breathing, lower my heart rate a little bit, get my breathing back in order, and then put the shoes on. Like, got time for that. So I'm going to just need you to do it, please. And we'll go from there. But, it's the least you could do, right? Help me out a little bit. And, yeah. But, they have this article on the What to Expect site, and it says, tummy touchers, coping with tummy touchers who can't seem to resist reaching out and patting your belly. Basically, what do you guys feel? Oh, I have to do this. You guys have to if you guys have ever done this or know anyone, that send me some of the links or something of one that I can buy. And I think that would be hilarious. Like, what if we had it and we used it for like the baby shower? Like, wouldn't that be hilarious to see? So that was something I had thought about for a second. But then we can put it, because I'm actually having 2 baby showers. One of my baby showers is in Delaware. That's all my family is going to be there. And then I have my Florida baby shower for my friends and coworkers. But my Delaware one it's because it's like a barbecue, basically, because it's just all my family. It's a pool party. So there will be guys there, and I just think that would be hilarious. So if you guys have links or whatever, send them to me and we'll buy that. So, because that would be so funny. And I don't know. And what was I gonna say? Oh, the belly touchers, the tummy touchers. I have had people touch my stomach, but I am like a very standoffish person. Like, what do they call it? Resting bitch face, I guess is what they call it. I have a flat affect, or like people like just don't approach me like that. So I think I look unapproachable is basically what I'm saying. So I really don't have that issue yet. And also I know that I will feel very protective over my bump, but right now I don't. I am very, like I said, grateful, excited. And I know people are excited too. So right now that's not like a problem. But how do you guys feel about that? Is that something that like you felt like it was a big issue, or like how did you, I guess, address it? Like I said, I don't feel very aggressive right now, and I don't like think it's an issue. But like I said, random strangers aren't like walking up to me like trying to touch my belly. And well, obviously my stepmom said sorry. Like, obviously my family, I want them to connect with my son. We're talking about like coworkers or maybe strangers that we're not really comfortable with. I don't mind family and friends, like family and people I'm close to, touching and talking to my belly. I meant like people out there. Like I said, I work in a restaurant, like maybe some of my regulars that might not think it's an issue. Like, how do we feel about that? So far, I feel fine. I don't feel really bad, but I don't know. Yeah, like I've seen a couple girls rant about it on Facebook and stuff. So I just didn't know if that was like, oh, I don't feel that way. Maybe, I don't know. So, but they give you like, the site gives you, ways to adjust, I guess, to it. I guess we'll see. I'm also one of those people that luckily I have not experienced. I've had heartburn twice this whole pregnancy, and it was absolutely miserable. Like my ears were on fire. I literally had to just go to bed both times because I was so miserable. And that was like, I avoid everything that could possibly give me heartburn because I had it those two times and it was miserable. But I am not someone that struggles with heartburn, thank God, anymore. That's like good for me. But I was just reading the different like things on this what to expect page for 22 weeks. So yeah, see, this is what this lady said. She said, I believe you hit the nail on the head. If you are not approachable, it may not happen. So it's not that I mean to look like that. I think that's just how my face was made, and that's just kind of how it goes. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated, but so far that's not an issue. And I don't mind people touching my belly right now, my friends. And like I said, it's got some ligament pain right now. Whew. Yes. Hit the like button if you guys like the content, if you want to stick around. Share with someone who is pregnant or just had a baby or likes hearing things about home birth or anything like that, because they might find this relatable or be able to help me out, give me some advice. And we're kind of doing this together. It's our first baby, and I'm sharing that experience with you guys. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I heard. A sign of the baby having a lot of hair. We'll see. I don't know if that's something that our baby will have a lot of hair. I'm not sure if I had a lot of hair. Probably not. We probably had the average amount of hair, but excuse me. So sorry. What I wanted to talk to you guys about though was I had the Powell family. They've sent us a lot of stuff, and she emailed Nick and asked him to do like an unboxing video and like of me opening the gifts. Well, I didn't read it. He didn't read it in time for us to get those gifts, and we opened it anyway. But it got me thinking, and Nick had the idea that any gifts that people send to us, I would open them on like a live stream or something. But then I, go above and beyond, and I thought about the possibility of maybe like a virtual baby shower, because we do have a lot of people that support us and are excited for us and like want to be a part of this. So it would be like, if starting, now, if anyone sends me anything, I just won't open it. We'll store it all in the baby's room. And then when we'll set a date, maybe sometime in September, right before, like a month before, and Nick and I will sit down and we'll live stream it, and we'll open up all the gifts and the cards and stuff from people. And if that's something that you guys like the idea of, just like put it in the comments and let me know what you guys think. And we will definitely do something like that. I think it would be really fun. And then you guys can be a part of it and see me open the gifts. And, it's just fun. And then it will have it to look back on and remember. And Van can see it when he's older. So it would be an exciting idea. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are interested in doing something like that, we'll post. I probably will be overwhelmed, but Nick will be there with me. It'll be both of us. It's not just me. This is his baby too. So he'll be opening gifts. He'll be setting up the live stream probably. It'll be on my page, but we'll be doing it together. So you guys will get to see both of us, and I'll get dressed up. It'll be a real baby shower. It'll just be us recording it so you guys can see it. So I think that would be fun. And it's kind of a combination of Leanne Powell and Nick and I's all idea. So let me know what you guys think. Write in the comments, in the live chat, whatever. And I will stop opening gifts that are sent to me. And someone said gifts aren't fun when uncomfortable and swollen. Well, I'll make Nick open them and I'll just sit back. I'll, have my feet up or something. I'll plan. He said he can't post the registry on the main channel anymore. Yeah, that's a good idea. Part 1 and part 2. If it's a lot. Right now, I mean, it might not be a lot. So far, I've only had a couple gifts sent to me. And we'll just see. We'll play it by ear if it becomes a big thing or not. But that would be super exciting. And as long as everyone writes who, a little card in their gift or on the thing, who it's from and, stuff like that, it would be really exciting. So we'll release the date later if that's what you guys want to do. And I don't know. It was just a cool idea. And I like the idea of you guys being involved, especially, a lot of Nick's followers really, like to see that side of him. Obviously, if he's excited, you've been with him since before he's even known that he was going to be a dad. So, yeah, exactly. It's early. I have 4 months still. So I was thinking it would probably be in September. So we'll go from there. But that was my idea. And I like the idea of that. So thanks for all the support for that. I'm excited. So hopefully, I have like 45 people on the live stream now, and then other people will watch it and hopefully post their ideas in the comments if they think it's a good idea, if they would be interested in it. And like I said, I do have my baby registry in the chat or in the description of my channel. And yeah, so, but that was my idea. And then I have a lot of stuff on my registry because I don't know. I've never made a registry before. They don't have like an instruction on how to do it. And so I just put like diapers and stuff on there. So I put like a bunch of diapers. I do have a lot of clothes on there. I just, I don't know. So I have a lot of stuff on there. I posted my registry on Facebook a couple of weeks ago and asked for people's like input, reviews on stuff, what they think. And I got some feedback and I added some more stuff. And I have clothes on there for me, like different like maternity bras for breastfeeding, different like pants, like ones that are tight for like postpartum, ones that I could wear now, like things like that, because I'm not really sure. And they said to put anything that you guys might possibly think you need. So also we take suggestions, or if you're like, I used this one specific thing and I loved it and you have to have it and it's not on the registry, whatever, you just do it. So, and so I took some people's advice on there, but that's why I have so many items on there, because I looked at my friend Reagan's baby shower registry and there was not as many things on there. And maybe she already has everything. She has all her families here. So maybe she already had a lot of stuff, but like I said, anything that you guys think we need, and it's not on the registry, just, either you can just get it yourself, like just without adding it on there, or yeah, I have some items for the nursery on there. I have like a couple blankets. I've pretty much bought like the chair and the crib. My Nana bought me my crib already. And all I'm waiting on is this little table. I have this like nightstand looking thing that we're going to use for a changing table. And that's the like only like really big gift that I still need for the actual room. But everything else I pretty much have like to set up. But like now we're just waiting on actual stuff for the baby. And but they say things like sheets and like little towels and washcloths and the wraps and stuff. You can never have too many of those. And like I said, I'm the first of all 7 of my siblings to have kids, so nothing would go to waste or be thrown away. Everything would be saved and passed down to our future, you know. So someone said that she'd had her baby shower 2 months before her due date. Figure out. So I'm due on Halloween, and if I do my baby shower sometime in September, then that would be like about 2 months. I am type A. Like my baby's room is already done. I'm just waiting on Nick to hang like a few pictures on the wall, and everything's done because, you know, I just wanted to have that taken care of because I heard like do the things now while you have energy, because then when you get to the end of the trimester, you might not like have energy to put the nursery together. And well, we basically did the nursery that week that Nick was banned because he had free time. He really couldn't do much. So we just used that time to kind of scrub the house, get rid of stuff. We purged. I got the office set up, and the nursery set up, and we took care of the house in that way. So I see people are saying lots of onesies. I think I have some onesies on there. I don't know if I have a whole lot on there. I didn't want to put too many clothes on there. I just put like a couple outfits that I thought, oh, that's cute. And I saw someone the other day on Instagram, and since they read my mind, my thoughts, the Instagram does, they like send me clothes that they know I'll like little ads, and I'll check them out. But so far, the room is done. We just have a couple other things that we need to get. But it's nice it's like a breath of fresh air to have that finished. So that was exciting. And let's see. Can you admit that Nick came up with the name Van from Joe Van? I don't want to admit that. I don't think he did come up with the name. But I did let him pick the name. So we had the name was Chance or Van, and he picked Van, and so I let him have that. But I don't know. I always joke and say Van Halen. That's where we got it from. Cloth diapers work best as burp cloths. Oh, here we go. Whatever you guys think. I don't know. I'm just going to do trial and error. So if that's something that you think I should have, let me know and I'll try it out. So, but okay, so I already talked to you guys about the virtual baby shower, and not all babies spit up a lot. My daughter did. I went through so many onesies. I don't know. We'll see. I think it'd be better to have more than not enough, because then if I don't have enough, then I'm like, you got to go out and get more stuff. But so I think it would be definitely better to have more than to have not enough. And we got someone else talking about cloth diapers. I have no idea. I don't personally know anyone that's used cloth diapers. So like I said, I'm not opposed to trying them. How old is your daughter? I don't have a daughter. I don't have any kids yet. I got one cooking in the oven right now. And but yeah, I would be interested in trying cloth diapers. I just haven't heard anything about it, so I would have to do some research. And they're not on my registry because I just didn't think about it. But yeah, that would be something cool. You guys could send your favorite brands or kinds or whatever. Yeah, I didn't mean to say daughter. I meant sister, I'm guessing. So sorry. I didn't mean to confuse anyone. I wanted to ask you guys about, so Nick and I are going to go stay at our family beach house in Delaware. And I was going to consider it kind of like a baby moon. And someone just told me about that. Someone just So I heard someone talk about a baby moon. Like, you should go on a baby moon, and they just explained it to me like a little vacation before you have your baby. And I wasn't sure. Is that like a common thing? Do people do that? I mean, we're gonna stay at the beach house because we used to go there every summer, and then we moved down here, and obviously we live like near the beach now. But I thought it would be nice to kind of go back and spend some time in Delaware before the baby, because we probably won't be back for a while. But is that like are baby moons like a thing? Because I had no idea. Someone just told me about it the other day. So now I was like, oh, I mean, it's a good idea. I told Nick we'll just take the time to spend, time together. I always remind him that this is, we only have a couple months left of just me and him for like a long time. And we'll have another one with us. So it'll be us three versus us two. And the moments that we have left are just us two are they're special because our lives are about to change. And I think that we should really take a little bit of extra time to spend together, and take a little bit of extra time to spend together, and kind of be in the moment when we're there together, because we won't have that. And I think we'll be the kind of people that we'll still do stuff. I'm a big person. I love to travel. I'm a big person on traveling, and take our baby with us. But there's just something about just being you two, if you know what I'm saying. And it's going to change. Everything's about to change. It's not in a bad way, but it is still a big change. And so I like the idea of the baby moon right before the baby comes. I'm still in my second trimester, so I won't be like too uncomfortable, too miserable. But I was just thinking that would be a nice little getaway, and it's affordable because it's a family beach house. So it's not like we're, going to freaking Cancun or Key West, which I am not opposed to going, but just something to do. We're going for like 4 or 5 days, so it's not even that long. And it's just a good idea, I thought. So we're doing that. And I'm also going to take 2 days and spend some time with my best friend Chelsea. Just same thing, me and her. We've been friends for a very long time, so it's like she's having a baby too, in a way, because her best friend's having a baby. So we're going to take some time and hang out, just us two, right before the baby comes, because it's going to, it's going to change in the good way. But, it will just be, I don't know, I guess a friend baby moon. I don't know. But I'm pretty excited for that. It does feel like one of those, phases right before the baby comes, where everything is just kind of working out. I'm very fortunate. I'm very grateful that I don't have to have a stressful pregnancy. Nick and I waited quite a while to have children together. We wanted to make sure that we had a nice home and stable jobs and the time. And so we waited a long time to have children. So now everything is kind of just already in place for us. And, that's what we wanted. And my mom had me when she was 18. My dad was still in high school when he had me. Like, that was just, my parents were very young. And, I had a lot of siblings. And so, I know what it's like to grow up in a household where things are kind of unorganized and, chaotic. And I had a great childhood. So it's not like I was, but I did go through a lot of stuff that could have been prevented had my family waited until they had more money, until they had more time, more space, things like that. But that's life, and you keep it moving. But me being who I am, and growing up the way I did, we decided that we just wanted to wait. Like, we love to travel, so we traveled all over. I'll have to do a video of all the places that we've traveled. When I was like 21, I wanted to go to all 50 states before I turned 25, but then I started traveling for work, and I wasn't able to hit my goal. But I still have the goal of visiting all the states I think I'm halfway now. So I've got to experience some really awesome things, and I would love to continue that journey now with Van and Nick. And but that's something that, you know, I might not have been able to do. We might not have been able to do had we had a baby, you know, when we first started dating back being 2021, things like that. My parents just told me, like, you know, raised me to like, I don't need to rush, basically. And, you know, rushing, you know, when you're the oldest, I was telling this to my sister the other day, like, your birthday matters so much. Like, you can't wait to be 15, 16, 17, 18. Like, you just know how old you are. You're just rocking it. You're living your best life being that age. And then at some point you hit an age that you don't even, it doesn't matter how old you are anymore. And you know, I'm not old, but you just like stop thinking about your age, I guess, that's what I'm trying to say. And, you know, I think that's when, you know, something really happens in your 20s as far as accepting things and accepting things and maturing in a certain way that, you know, it's just different. And we're able to make decisions, like, for example, having a home birth. I know so many women who wanted to have a home birth but weren't educated enough or didn't have enough experience or didn't have a nice home or a place where they could have a home birth, you know, at the time of their first or second child. So, you know, we're very grateful, and that we have the opportunity and the support now to do it. So we made our parents wait quite a bit before we had a baby, but it's all perfect timing. And, you know, we couldn't be more grateful. We think about that all the time. And, you know, I'm 26. I'll be 27 when we have our first kid, because both of us are born in October. And as you know, Van is due at the end of October. So Nick will be 30 and I'll be 27. So we are older than a lot of people, but it's perfect timing for us. And, you know, we're very excited for the changes that are coming. And I'm going to post this. I had to tell someone the other day, because, you know, Nick's channel is very much news and politics and informative information. And then I'm like the family channel. Like, I just share with you guys about myself and this journey. And I'm sure as I go on, like, I'll have more content and be able to share with you this experience. And as things come up, I'll just share it with you guys. And I've gotten some great advice, and we've gotten to know some people, and it's just really exciting. And if you guys like it, that's why we always tell you to like and subscribe, and tell someone that might enjoy it as well, or can relate, or has advice that they can give, because that would just be super helpful to keep the channel going and have that support. And, you know, it'll give me something to do also when, obviously, I'm not going to be, you know, bored when I have my baby, but being able, it's like fun to update and check in with you guys. So I think that'll be exciting to do. And if you guys are excited as well to check in. But I wanted to tell you guys something. So aside from, we're going to take a break from Van for a minute. And so you guys if you watch my live stream of the yoga, then you know that my cat, he must have, you know, we have a cat. And I guess when he went live the other day with yoga, he, you know, the fame got to his head. He kind of stole the show, because my cat like disappeared. So he, 2 nights ago, I was like, I don't think the cat's in the house. So we have a cat door that leads into the garage. That's where his food in the litter box is. But we typically shut the garage so he doesn't like go out the front. He gets very spooked if I open the garage, or if I'm pulling in. And so he's not going to like run out of the garage, but he does like to go out back and sit on the lanai with Leo and Rue and just sunbathe, because that's obviously what Florida Golden Retrievers do. They just lay out and sunbathe all day. What a life, right? And So he likes to go out there with them, but he doesn't leave the lanai. He doesn't travel further than the pack does. So anyway, I was like, I know it's kind of quiet. I don't think, cats are crazy at night. When the sun goes down, it's party time. And I said, I don't think he's in the house. And he's gotten locked out before overnight because he didn't want to come in when the other dogs came in and we were going to bed. And so he'll just stay on the lanai pretty much all night. But I was like, I don't think the cat's in the house. I haven't heard him, blah, blah, blah. So then the next morning, I'm like, he didn't come home last night. Like, the cat is still not here. It's kind of weird. So this is like the first night that the cat's like not there in the morning. He didn't come home. And so, he's never been gone this long. So I was a little freaked out. And so all day goes by and I'm like, just kind of like thinking about him a lot because I still haven't seen him and he hasn't eaten. And I live right on a retention pond where gators, they just hang out there. Like, they're sunbathing. He could be gator bait real quick. That's what I always think of. And he's up to date on his shots and he has a microchip. But still, I was just getting kind of worried. And so I take my bike out and I ride my bike around the neighborhood. And I'm all the way in the phase 2 of the neighborhood. And I'm like, there's no way my cat would travel this far. Like, he literally gets freaked out when I open the garage. Like, there's no way I think of like a car driving by and like he would be freaked out. There's no way he went this far. So I turned back around and I made a post on the Facebook community page. Like, I lost my, like, basically he has no collar because he's a house cat. Like, he doesn't, I know that's like silly thing. Like, I didn't have a collar for him, but he doesn't really go outside. I just hadn't gotten him one. It was like low on my priority list. But if anyone sees him, he could be sunbathing, scratching at your back door, or, hiding in your garage. So, like, just let me know he does have a home. He's like a yellow tabby cat. He looks like every stray cat out there. And then someone had posted like 4 hours before I posted that post, they posted a backside, like a butt view of a kitty. And they're like, this cat's scratching at my back door if it's yours. And I was like, that looks like my cat. Well, she was at work. And so she was like, well, I'm on my way home from work. I will go check and see if your cat is still there. And so she went back and he wasn't there anymore. But I was thinking, oh my God, he's lost. He can't get home. He's trying to scratch at this other woman's back door trying to get into her house. And he's not coming home. Like, he's lost. And she didn't post what street she lived on. So I didn't know how far away he was. My neighborhood has a phase 2, so it's a pretty big neighborhood. And so then I go hang out with my dad yesterday, and I keep updating my Facebook, like hoping that someone like commented, because I put my phone number on there, and I was like, call me if you see this cat, because he might be spooked out. I don't know. He's never gotten out. He's never been gone this long. So all day goes by and I see nothing. And we leave the garage cracked because I was like, maybe he'll come home. We don't typically leave the garage cracked because I don't want him to get out. But I also don't like live in a freaking prison. Like, if my cat wants to go lay out back, I let him. But we left the door open and hoping that he would come back. So we get back from hanging out with my dad at like 9:00 at night and he's still not there. I'm starting to get like sad. I'm like, I just want my cat to come back, because now it's been like a day and a half and he's never been gone this long. He doesn't have a collar. Like, no one would know who he belongs to. Like, starting to get like upset. And so then I go to sleep thinking about it. Well, as soon as I wake up, I'm thinking about it again. And I'm like, my cat is still not here. It's 2 days. I gave him a good home. Why doesn't he want to come back? Or maybe, then I go the other way, like maybe he's lost, some alligator ate him. And I told Nick, I said, I'm going to go walk the pond, even though I didn't want to walk the pond. So I like would have to walk the pond, but I was afraid because like, what if, I don't know. I was just worried. So anyway, I'm like still like sleeping. These are like the thoughts where you're kind of awake, but you're still asleep, those thoughts. And Nick's like, honey. And I'm like, what? And I turn around and I'm going to show you the picture. And he brings me my cat. And this is the picture of me waking up and Rue is on my bed and Nick found my cat, or he said he was just in the kitchen. So I guess he decided to come home after 2 days of nighting on the town And I was so happy. And he is such a needy cat. He always needs pets and scratches. And I'm like, this cat wasn't getting this on the streets. So you can see that he's very excited, or I'm very excited for him to be home. And so Nick set up that picture so I could show you guys, tell you the story, because I was running. I was like hurrying up. I had to go to the pet store because I went and got Hugh. He has a tag now. That's his name, Hugh, like Rue. And I got him a tag and a collar now. So if he wants to get away, someone will know that he has a home. Call me. Like, if he wants to go explore, who am I to tell him no? He's a wild animal that I put a collar on and give him a name and try to domesticate it. But in the end of the day, he's a cat. So, but at least people will know that he belongs to someone and he has a home. But those 2 days sucked. And I told Nick when I woke up, I was petting him, and yes, he's microchipped. So obviously if someone finds him, they can do that. But now he has like this information. But I was like, where's he at now? I got back from the store and I'm like, did he run away again? Because I haven't even put the collar on him yet. So, but that's what I've been going through for 2 days. And, he's just the best cat I've ever had. We've had 3 or 4 different cats, and he's just the best one so far. Like, he's just so cuddly, and, he's just enjoys being around us. And, cats, they have their own personality. So you can see he enjoys if you watch the yoga stream, he's just sitting there chilling with us. Like, he just likes to be around us. But while I was there, I got, this little bow for the 4th of July for Rue, for her collar. And then I got this for Leo. How cute. I know. Like, our little dogs for 4th of July, that's next weekend. We'll get to we'll take some cute pictures of them and post them. But my dog Leo, we always joke around and we say that he's like a war veteran, because how like a lot of time veterans struggle around the 4th of July because of the loud sounds. It's sometimes re-triggering situation. But when Leo was 2 years old, I didn't know that you have to like train dogs for loud sounds. And so we took him to Bethany Beach for the 4th of July. Like, oh, he's got his cute little bandana on. I got my golden retriever. We're going to have a good time. No. Nope. As soon as the fireworks started going off, Leo is going insane. Like, he is freaking out. He's jumping up on people, like walking on the street. Like, imagine this 85-pound dog jumping up. Yeah, he's a golden retriever, but he's still an 85-pound dog. And he's just like freaking out. He's on his leash. He's like, like jumping up on people. He's freaking out. He's yanking. He's pulling. And we use pinch collars. So if he's yanking with a pinch collar, he's trained on a pinch collar. He knows what's going to happen. It's going to get pinched, but he did not care. Like, he was freaking out so much. He's barking, and he's not a vocal dog. It's Leo. We always say, if Leo barks, someone's at our house. Like, that's kind of how it is. Like, I know someone is here if Leo is barking. And so we were freaking out, and he was freaking out. And finally, he runs into this like Bethany like beach shop. And he runs all the way into the back of the shop, and he's literally hiding back there. And I thank God this shop, she was like, it's fine. Like, he can literally hang out here. So we bring him a little bowl of water, and he hides in the back of this shop for an hour until the fireworks are over, and we can like get him back, to normal, to be able to walk him back to the car to get back to the beach house. And like, he's never been the same since then, obviously. So, now for 4th of July, Leo hides in my closet. So he'll jump over the baby gate, hide into my closet, underneath all my clothes, where he's like the most comfortable. Anytime it's super loud thunderstorm, he hides in there. But Rue, we know about this. So Nick trained her. When he was feeding her, he'd play sounds of fireworks and stuff like that. So she can kind of hang outside with the fireworks, but he hides. So needless to say, he'll just take a couple cute pictures with his 4th of July patriotic, and Rue will be hanging out with us with her little flower. So people keep saying, Is it a breakaway collar? It is probably not a breakaway collar. That's the ones that just pull apart, right? This just looks like a regular collar. Guess I got to get him another one. I will put this on him for now, though, because I want him to have a collar in case he gets out again, because obviously you get a taste of the wildlife. You probably want to go back out there again. So we'll have to look on Amazon and order him a breakaway one so that he does not like hang himself or something, you know. But thank you for that information, because I did not think about that. See, at home, our dogs, they're naked. They don't wear collars. Leo has a very nice leather leash, leather collar, and then Rue has her little flower one. But they're naked at home. We put them on when we take them out, because my dogs do not run away. My dogs are so obsessed with me, they do not run away. Okay. I know people are, if you open the door, your dog jumps out. No, my dogs are attached at the hip. So they do not go, they don't go far, but they come right back. I am just glad that Hugh is updated on his shots. He now has a leash, or he has now has a collar. He has a name. He's officially a house cat, and we don't have to worry about him getting away. But I made it a point to go there as soon as he came home. I literally ran to the Leo and Lucky's down the street to get him this stuff, because I'll be damned if he thinks he's going to go out there whoring again and not come back, because I was freaking out. After 2 days, you're kind of like, all right. Unless someone's feeding him and petting him, he should want to come back, right? I don't know. My dog, see. Yeah, that's pretty much how Leo is. Like, Leo is a really good dog off leash. So he kind of pulls a little bit on leash. We didn't do as a good job leash training him like we did with Rue, but we'll like hold. He would be fine off leash. He doesn't run away, doesn't run towards other dogs. He's not very interested in that. The only time he'll run after stuff is like a squirrel. A squirrel or like an armadillo. But he stays like 2 sidewalk pieces in front of us, and he's really good. Rue is just so well trained on leash that she just walks right on your left side, a little bit behind you, as she should, as she falls in the pack order. But I keep having excuse me. People keep talking about my husband's flamingo boxers. And I did hear him last night. I went to bed and I knew he had the flamingo ones on. And it's funny because we went to my dad and my stepmom's Airbnb yesterday, and we went swimming, and Nick took his flamingo boxers off in the bathroom and just left them there. And we were making fun of him all day because I was like, this isn't your house. You can't just take your boxers off and leave them on someone's floor and not pick them up. When you go to someone's house and you change, you fold your clothes up neatly and you put them, either in your bag or on the side. Like, no, not my husband. He just rips them down and leaves them wide open. And so we're just making fun of him because only this man, and then he comes home and I guess he was playing guitar in his boxers. So I call him panties too. He makes fun of me, but yeah, I call him his panties. His pink panties. If you must know, I buy all of Nick's clothes. I talked about and how I met my husband. He was a bum when I met him. Like, I have made this man into a man, including how he dresses and what he wears. So I do buy all of his clothes. I figured it's like this. If you buy everything in the dresser and everything in the closet, it's foolproof. So he can really pick out anything he wants and he looks okay. I've kind of set his closet up that way so that he always looks decent. But I do throw in his, I do throw in little funny things like a pair of boxers that are pink with flamingos, or, ones that have little pickles on them. I just do little things like that. Just for me. Like, obviously I didn't know the whole YouTube world we're going to see, but I guess we're just letting it all hang out on the backup channel these days, huh? So, and yeah, he's good with the guitar. Guitar has been something that he's stuck with for a long time, and he enjoys it. And I have guitars, I have musical instruments all over my house, and that's just something that, I have, a musician as a husband, and also a patriot now that fights against fraud and the corrupt, and also soon to be dad. Oh, yeah, and armadillo. I want to say something about this because when I moved to Florida, like, I had never seen an armadillo, but when I moved to Florida, they were attacking my yard, like tearing it up. And they were just getting, I guess, that grub or that grout. Well, they dig holes so deep. I think it's the armadillos that were digging the holes. And one was digging one by my house, and it was so deep that I had to like put stuff in it to like, stop it from like going so deep. And I was putting stuff down. I didn't want to kill the armadillo. But I was like getting so angry that this armadillo was tearing up our lawn, like, as a homeowner, you care about your lawn. And I just was frustrated. Well, one day we're walking the dogs at night, and it's in my yard, and Leo is like freaking out, and he's like, oh, hell no. And he runs after, and he's following it through, and it's going, Leo's fast, armadillo's fast. It's like becomes a thing. And he gets the armadillo, like he actually gets right there and then does nothing. I was like, what? You just chased this armadillo through 3 yards. We're on 8 different neighbors' Ring cameras, and you actually get it there, and you're just like punking it. Like you're not gonna like kill it. I guess you never heard of a golden retriever killing an animal. Like I guess it's not a thing. But yeah, I got punked, and I was like, get him. Yeah, he's tearing up our yard. And no, the armadillo just goes into the reserve. So, that was that story. But Leo, he's I don't want to say he's all bark, no bite, but when we first moved in, before we had our fence, I told you I live near a pond, so a retention pond, but gators do hang out and sunbathe on the grass. And they were sunbathing, and Leo, we let him out the back door because I told you my dogs don't run away. I'm not worried at all about him running away or going to other dogs. But he chases this gator, y'all. This gator is sunbathing, and it's not a big gator. It's probably not even 2 feet, maybe not even 3 feet. It's a smaller gator. He takes off after it, and he's running and he's chasing this gator, and the gator sees him coming and is like, oh, and gets into the water. And I'm just like, what? You can't chase gators, baby. We in Florida now. You mess with the wrong gator, you're going to be lunch. That's what I'm thinking. And, here, the gators, we let them get to a certain size, and then we call the wildlife, and they move them to a reserve where they can, actually grow to be big and mate and all that thing. But, during mating season, they are a lot bigger. And then we have the babies. But I was like, we need a fence because I can't have my dog chasing gators. He's going to chase the wrong gator and end up being lunch. And no one would, like, when we told everyone, they were like, what? Your golden retriever chased a gator? Yes, he did. And he scared him off the property because this is his property now, I guess. But I don't know. But that's how the situation was going down in Florida. Now we have a fence, but now I'm worried about my cat because, he got a little taste of the wildlife. But anyway, I wanted to do this live stream to update you guys on my 22-week update. You can eliminate their food source to clean up time. Sorry. I'm just reading the comments. I mean, I didn't know what Leo would do with the armadillo, but I wanted justice for my yard, you know? Like, you're just tearing it up, you're just digging holes. And now I have these birds. My neighborhood would like slaughter me alive if they knew I didn't know the name of these birds, because they just inhabit our neighborhood. They walk around, they, you know, and they tear up my yard too, because I do irrigation 3 days a week on my yard, because in May, when we weren't getting any rain, we went home for a week and came back, and we had no front yard, no backyard. It was scorched. It looked like a fire had been through our yard. And, you know, it rains every day in Florida. So I was just, someone turned off the irrigation system. Nick said it wasn't him, but I know it wasn't me, because I'm the one that has the code and knows how to do everything. So I don't know who turned off the irrigation system, but it got turned off. Anyway, it's back to 3 days a week. So now we actually have grass again, but our soil is so moist that now it's just, you know, anyway. And then someone said we should get a cam for the cat. That would be, I had thought about that. I have a bunch of cameras in my home, obviously, because of my dogs, and because let someone trying to come up in my home, you know, but to see what my cat's getting into. Maybe he does have a girlfriend. I see cats all the time walking through my neighborhood, just walking on the sidewalk with their little collars. I'm like, aren't you afraid? Maybe that's not a thing. Maybe I'm just overprotective of my animals. Oh, snap. Someone said people hurt themselves trying to shoot an armadillo. See, I'm not going to shoot it, but I did get my shovel out one time, and I was going, you know, I just don't want to take it that far, you know? This is the armadillo's home. I built my home in his home. So really, I have no right to say, get out. But I was just wondering if you could politely please dig in my neighbor's yard, not mine, basically. But, you know, politely please get out of my yard. But I do have a GoPro. I should do something like that. I have seen the collars with the GPS. I don't think I have to take it that far yet. I don't know. We'll see. But if he keeps disappearing, possums are more scary, and they're grosser. They're more gross looking. I don't know. But I am getting super hungry, and all I had for breakfast was oatmeal. So I know some of you guys just jumped on here, but before you guys leave, make sure you like and subscribe if you aren't already. Share with someone who might enjoy home birth videos and baby updates, which I'll try to do every week if you guys like it. Let me know about the virtual baby shower and any other advice you have or things you think we should have on our registry, which the link's in my description. And I will see you guys in a couple days. So thanks for joining in. I'll see you guys later.